Jeffrey is insecure and he hates you when he sees you trying to improve. He sees you meditating, reading, and exercising, and he calls you gay, stupid, a loser, and he's gonna say that this stuff doesn't work and that you should just play video games. But Adonis sees you trying to improve. He sees you meditating, reading, weightlifting, and when he sees you do that, he runs towards you and he joins in. He gets his favorite book out and you two start reading together and you discuss knowledgeable ideas. You two both set on a timer and you're gonna meditate. You two both go onto trees and you start hitting pull-ups together. Adonis doesn't hate you when he sees you improving. He encourages you. But Jeffrey, when he sees you improving, he tries to bring you down. Because hate never comes from above. When I first got onto self-improvement, my friends started to make fun of me. They didn't encourage me whatsoever. They actually made fun of me for going to the gym. They made fun of me for meditating. At first, it wasn't that bad, and honestly, sometimes I'd laugh about it and find it funny because I'm not like I could take a joke, right? But at one point, it just turned on into full-on hating. It just turned into full-on hating. Like, they were genuinely just not positive about it whatsoever. They didn't whatsoever encourage me for going to the gym, not reading, not meditating. Basically, they made fun of me for getting onto self-improvement, and they laughed at me for it. But I'm so glad that I had this mindset that hate doesn't come from above. I'm so grateful that I had this mindset. And I kept moving forward anyway. And as I improved, they got worse. And even though they were laughing back then, they're not laughing now because I'm winning basically. Like, I know just as a disclaimer, I know it's going to sound like I'm throwing shade. I am winning though. I'm going to sound arrogant. I'm not going to sound humble in this video. But the truth is, the people that were laughing at me 2 years ago, they're not laughing now. I've improved so much from 2 years ago. And honestly, they've gotten worse. They're losers still. My name's Alfie and I help young men transform their lives through self-improvement. If you're interested, hit subscribe. Just as a disclaimer, in this video, I'm going to assume that you've done nothing wrong to them. Like, you've not made fun of them, you've not bullied them or whatever. Like, you've not done anything, right, that you can think of. You've not done anything obvious. Because obviously, if you've done something wrong, then they might be hating you for that, and that's valid. But sometimes, people will genuinely just dislike the fact that you got onto self-improvement for no apparent reason. You'll go to the gym, and they'll make fun of you for no reason. Literally, you've done nothing wrong. You're doing something positive, and they're making fun of you. This is what I'm going to address in this video. There's so many reasons why people will just hate you for getting onto self-improvement for no apparent reason, but I'll just give you a couple. The first one is that you invalidate their excuses. By you going to the gym, by you reading, by you meditating, you show them that you can do it too. Like, you show them that whatever excuses they had, they're BS. I don't have time to go to the gym. Well, we go to the same school, we do the same hours. I go home, I go to the gym, you go home, you play video games. Of course, we're like, no time is BS. So you're just lazy. Do you know what I mean? That's one excuse. Reading, well, I read, why can't you read? Like, you know what I mean? You just invalidate whatever excuses they had. They hate you for that because you tell them, you basically just expose them for a fake. You indirectly tell them they're being lazy. I know, of course, they're going to hate you for that. So that's reason number one, they invalidate your excuses. The second reason is because when you get onto self-improvement, as you improve, you're going to increase your value and therefore increase your status. And as you increase your status, by comparison, your friends' status has to go down. Because if you improve and you increase your value, in comparison to the rest of the group, you're higher value, so they're lower value. Does that make sense? Oh, I hope that makes sense. Most people will pretend that they don't care about status. Everyone cares about status. That's like an evolutionary thing. We all care about status. Just keep that in mind for now. Whether you believe it or not, just believe for now that we care about status, because it's going to take too long to explain that. Just assume it for now. Since we all care about status, if you're higher value and it makes everyone else look lower value, what are the lower value people going to do? They're not just going to be like, yep, that's fine. They're going to try and reduce your status, because it's so much easier for them to reduce your status and try and increase their own status. Because to increase their own status, they also have to get onto self-improvement. To decrease your status, they have to make fun of you for being on self-improvement. And it's a lot easier to make fun of someone than to put in the work. They hate you because you're improving. This is the thing. These fake friends, because they're not real friends, that's why I keep doing friends. The reason they hate you because you are improving. They don't care about you. They don't like you. They hate the fact that you're getting better. They want you to stay a loser. They want you to be mediocre. Literally do not want to see you winning. That's the case. They don't want to see you winning. Because it shows them what they could have done, but just didn't. Please just take this message from me. Don't quit self-improvement, because it's not you. You're not doing anything wrong. It's them. You're perfectly fine. It's literally just them. They're just lazy. They're being losers. They don't want to take charge and improve their own life. You want to, so it's not your fault, because you are getting better. You are improving. Just understand that most of the time the hate you are receiving isn't from high level people who you actually want to listen to. It's from loser Jeffries. It's from people who are lower down than you. Because the guys who are higher level than you, they probably won't hate on you. They'll probably give you constructive criticism. If it's something negative, it'll probably be in a constructive way. But most of the time, they'll encourage you regardless. So most of the time, as a general rule of thumb, if someone's hating on you, it's because they see you as higher above than them most of the time. So one piece of advice which I could give you, if you haven't done it already, is don't tell your friends about self-improvement. They don't care. Nothing positive will come from it, I promise. You can tell it to some real friends who you're actually really close with, and that's fine. But honestly, for the most part, don't tell your friends about self-improvement. Be on the low, be secretive, almost be like James Bond. Like, I've never actually watched a James Bond movie, but you could imagine like James Bond is on the low with it. He's cool. He's mysterious about it. He don't yap on, oh yeah, I go gym, I meditate, I read. Because most of your friend group, if you analyze your friend group, most of them don't care. Most of them are literally Redditors. Like, they fap to Reddit. So they fap on Twitter and stuff. It's weird. Do you know what I mean? They don't care about your meditation streak. They don't care that you read. They hate the fact that you do those stuff because you're improving, and it shows them that they could do it too, but they're just being lazy fappers. You're fine with talking about self-improvement, but you're actively clicking on and watching videos. Like, you've been watching this for 11 minutes. You want to learn about self-improvement. You're into this stuff, but a lot of guys aren't, and it's sad to say that because it would help them, but it's just what we just got to accept that for now. And to be honest, if you keep it secret, honestly, I think that'd be kind of cool, because like, I want you to reframe this. Instead of telling everyone what you're doing, you're just improving in secret, and 3 months from now you're jacked. Like, you got a biceps, you got a bit of a shoulder curve. You can't see it in the mirror, but I promise I'm muscular, guys. I promise. You got a six-pack or something like 6 months from now or whatever. Or you're more intellectual, you're more productive and whatnot, you've got better mental health, and you're just like, you're up there now, right? You're up there. And your friends are just going to be like, oh, what happened? How did he change? And then when that happens, you might be able to tell them about self-improvement. Even then, I wouldn't go full self-improvement nerd mode where it's like, okay, so you meditate like this, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then to make sure that seed oils, soy, a phone in pocket, like, you don't do any of that, right? Like, you don't do any Andrew Huberman, like, in the routine, you don't do any of that, right? You just act chill. You just be secret about it. That is sick. You can save the real self-improvement talk for your real friends. And I've got a Discord, a free self-improvement Discord server in the description, which you can go to if you want to talk about self-improvement with guys who are watching the same videos as you because they're from me. And you can join a self-improvement Discord server and actually discuss self-improvement, because there's not a lot of people who you can actually talk to about it. And I felt that pain, bro. So I've made a free Discord server which you can join. If you want to connect with more guys on self-improvement watching these exact videos just like you are, I would join the Discord. Join the Discord right now. Safe.